right, y'all, let's get into Joe Biden / Rogan as World War III sets the stage and talk about these things, because I've warned you about these things coming in the 22 and 23 time frame, and the 2022 and 2023 time frame set up one part and spectrum of the vision that match, and it's collapsed into that homeland for that birth the woman is going to be doing. And this birth is happening in multiple ways as the spirit is moving into the carnal, and you're going into the carnal now. That's where these men's names and these things are matching the things that's going on this earth, and then it's going to go into the lands, in a matter of speaking. So as you're in the 23-year anniversary of 9/11, and you're in that 7-year end of that storm that's coming, and the 7-year anniversary of the woman covered in the sun, these things are all lining up, and that great tribulation, or tribulation depending what you've been programmed by your so-called religious spectrum, is going to be happening. Okay, so that's the next 7 and 8 years that's going to be unfolding before you, and the 1948 takes you to the 48, and we're going to see a flip-flop on the type of still and the election of 2020, and we're going back to those time frames. But this is where, depending how they want to do this, like Joe Rogan is setting the stage for World War III, and Putin is doing the preemptive strike, okay? And then you have the BRICS and the petrodollar. Those things are coming. And then the crypto and the dollar issues are coming. You have this major global switch that's just about to hit. And when it hits, that's your so-called tribulation, great tribulation time frame. And this is going to be done in such a way where the things that were put on here were it was the warfare, the Biden, the crown, the corona, and then the warfare. And that affair is that one where you're going and cheating on the bridegroom, in a matter of speaking. But as the World War III setting is setting a stage, we can see presidential powers be put on hold, or climate czar powers come into action, or with the weather warfare that they may announce going on, or these types of things. We can see the stage setting. A long game setting, okay, is Biden goes for that senile type of thing. The senile is for the Moses and the that type of thing, for Lady Liberty, the Queen, to come up and scoop the basket. The basket is for the hook, line, and sinkers of the debates that took place, and everybody went and worshipped his name and number and took that Christ session and the mark in the right hand to mark it, check yes or no, buy or sell. Okay, his message and his way. The Make America Great Again, the four heads. Are you for that head of state? The Bible is an allegory, as the so-called fundamentalists or the church teaches it as a literal item, blinding the people, becoming the parrots of Apollo. So the Abaddon and the Abaddon have taken the keys from the cage, so you cannot see or hear what's going on as it's nighttime and the sheet is put over the cage, and that's the she ET. And the Trump ET, trumpet, has sounded with the Space Force, and the trumpets have sounded, and other trumpets that we have covered on the channel here. Okay, so the World War III setting, long game. We see Biden coming in with the Grogue, the senile, and those things, and then he does that kind of thing, claims the power, and then Kamala comes in as the 47th, and we see the speaker and that the Michael and the War in Heaven kind of thing take place in 2025 time frame, to where you set the stage for the May Day and the March Madness and those things where the people march on the Capitol, and then that's where you get that summertime heat for this summer and all those things. So all the things have been telling you is going to be coming or whatever, been a little bit ahead of the game or whatever. That's where all these things are lining up for this election time frame. And this election, while that's where you can get parallel powers, where they're coming in and claiming czar powers or whatever, but then he has so-called Doge and whatever, which connects us to the banana, which connects us to Woody Allen, which connects us to the wood dragon, and the Y is the flux capacitor, the 2025 year. Anyways, bananas is where you have a conspiracy in the government to overrun the government and those types of things, and we can see these kind of things taking place in two fashions, with Biden and Kamala on one side doing it this way, and then Trump doing it on another side for Elon Musk and Vivek. But they're setting up a new America. So as he goes extreme left or the other direction now, this is where he's setting up a spiritual side to where they're going to make America healthy again. But that healthy again is going to bring a lot of people into hell per se, because they're not going to get their Snickers, or they're going to find out all their foods they're eating are poison. All the ultra processed foods, all these things are all poison basically, and it's all tests on these chemicals and whatever else is going on. But so I'm going to do another video getting into more of these things. But the Rogan, we can also see the senile come early, and then Kamala come for the Christmas spirit for before 2024. So I'm just laying it out that they can do this short game or long game, depending how they want to ride this. But either way, they can make Kamala also that czar, where she claims the World War III powers and whatever, but she's the nail in the coffin, and the flu and all those things. So they're kind of lining up to be this time frame, but also that hard winter starts in January, February. So they're really going to be turning the buckles here these next couple months. And then December, the deck is the 10 for the 10th month. So we're actually riding on kind of that September time frame right now, and it kind of crosses over on the first part of the month. But just to line it up to where you can see the 10 and 12 for December, and then also another Christmas for February for another type of birth, because these things are kind of overlapping on a different clock as these things fold into each other. All right, so either way, got to end it here.